This is something that I've been thinking about because obviously we know that most of the companies that get funded are run by men, and you wonder if in times of crisis, investors will go back to what they know, the patterns that they feel like they can trust. And so I wonder what that has meant for female-led companies that are also trying to raise money in the midst of a crisis.
Well, thank you, Emily. I'm very happy to be on your show today. Yes, it does start with some negative news, as reported yesterday, that number of investments in female-founded companies has dropped. So women, and especially women of color, are disproportionately impacted for funding in this environment. 40% of companies in the United States are founded by women, yet only 2.7% of those companies actually receive venture capital funding, and that was before the pandemic. So we are quite concerned, and there's a fear that actions revert to old and familiar behaviors. This country can't afford to revert to unconscious bias where folks feel most comfortable. We have an opportunity to do things a little bit differently today, and so now it's the time to get out of the comfort zone. There's some interesting statistics here, but here's the real opportunity. Due to the lack of capital backing, women have been forced to be more capital efficient. Studies conducted by Kaufman Fellows and Boston Consulting Group, PitchBook, and Crunchbase have shown that for every dollar raised, women generate 78 cents in revenue versus 31 cents by men and achieve 35% plus return on investment. A successful recovery and return to growth in GDP are dependent upon the untapped leverage generated by female-founded companies that drive this economy. We have to think about the message that's being sent to female and minority clients, employees, and to our daughters. So I'm happy to describe how.
Thank you, Erika, Thank you for restating the statistics there. It never hurts to hear them over and over again. Your How Women Invest Fund, tell me what kind of companies run by women you're prioritizing, especially in this environment. I assume that you are seeing some new opportunities and creative ideas as some of these women founders are forced to get innovative.
Yes, absolutely. We have shifted our focus, and we are prioritizing those companies that will likely benefit from this environment. One company is in the healthcare sector. They're using data analytics to enable prediction of insurance reimbursements, detect fraud, and identify cost and risk. Another is another artificial intelligence food company in the food sector, and they're best at defining ingredients that should be used in foods that support health in a COVID environment. We're happy to say, even though we haven't gone to market really and letting the whole world know that we're investing in female-founded companies, that out of our network, we've been introduced to a number of female-founded, female-led companies in the U.S. that are tech-enabled, and over half of those companies are actually run by a woman of color.